Okay. Let's just up the volume a little bit. Alright, guys. Can everyone hear me okay? Just checking in. Let's just wait for people to, get there. Waiting for the chat to catch up. Alright, again, the inklings of people. Alright. Cool. Yep, there we go. Alright, okay. Well, good evening, everyone. And how are you all? Hope it's all, you're having a good Sunday, afternoon, evening, night, morning, whatever. But yeah, we are here just to talk about episode 100 of Dragon Ball Super, as well as many other things. If you want to make sure that your question is guaranteed to be answered, you can either leave a super chat down below, or you can tip to this address and I'll pick up your question here, and it'll definitely be answered, so it won't get lost in the chat. But yeah, so there we go. Hope everyone's been doing really well. Thank you for your patience for the last couple of streams. Like 98 and 99 I didn't necessarily do because I was recovering from either jet lag or I was away at a friend's apartment, so I didn't have the what's the word? I didn't have the assets to be able to actually do a stream. But anyway, I'm here now, and I'm doing it a little earlier today because I want to be able to ensure that I can. Yeah, I'm still having got a little bit of jet lag, but I'm almost over it. So let's just do it a little earlier. But in any case, yeah, according to my little OBS thing, it's green. Green side. The health is good on this side. So if you're having problems, just refresh the page, and that should probably fix it for you. Twisty Terror, a fan from Pakistan. Well, hello there. I'm glad that you can make it. And Britain Weeks, thank you very much, sir or madam. Very much appreciated. Sending a super chat. You can do that by pressing the money sign down below, or bit.ly/PartPatrol, and you'll get a question answered if you wish to choose a question. So, episode 100, eh? Well, I have to admit, it was pretty intense, and it was very cool to see Goku and Caulifla actually training and actually working together to make each other stronger in a way. Goku seemed pretty excited to see a different kind of Saiyan, and the prospect of seeing Caulifla going Super Saiyan 3 is kind of amusing, because we have seen female Super Saiyan 3s before, but I think the main focus of the episode was Kale going Super Saiyan Berserk. Yeah, that was something. That was definitely an homage to Broly, and it did confirm that Broly wasn't canon, and will never be canon, because if Broly was, then either Goku or Vegeta would have gone, oh my god, she's like that person we fought before we fought Cell or something like that. It would have been a pretty obvious reference to that movie, but that didn't happen, so there we go. Yes, so I really had a good time with that one. I think the whole purposes of this is that Super's meant to be entertaining us, and the whole prospect of just the whole idea of the Tournament of Power, it's meant to be fun. And yeah, Mergen, there is going to be questionable bits of animation here or there, because you got to think about it. There's a team of animators trying to do this within a couple of weeks, so you really have to just take the rough with the smooth sometimes. And if there is a Blu-ray release, I'm pretty sure that they will fix parts of it. That, and probably by the time it gets onto Toonami with Dragon Ball Super in the dub version, you might see better animation in that regard. But hey, Sekurusu, thank you very much. And, yeah, so they say, this episode infuriated me a bit. It seems every episode the idea of Super Saiyan Power and Super Saiyan Blue is diminishing. What good is it if someone who turned Super Saiyan a day ago is just as strong? Well, that's a good question, you see, and that's why I never let power scaling get to me. I kind of just go with the spectacle, because otherwise it's just, I just feel like it's just really not worth getting stressed out about. But I do know what you're talking about. I feel like it is confusing. They should address it, and they should be careful with it, because it is going to annoy a lot of people. But to me, I kind of just like the idea that it's all possible, and Super Saiyan Caulifla being a Universe 6 Saiyan is not necessarily the same as a Universe 7 Saiyan. Evolution and all that. The Super Saiyan ability may be a lot easier to obtain. Yeah. I just think that Caulifla, Kaba, Kale, they are a far more evolved form of a Saiyan. Because Saiyans evolve quickly. I mean, we all saw how Saiyans evolved in the course of 20 years in the History of Trunks special. And, you know, they lived in caves, and then they had a monarchy within 20 years. That's a lot of evolution. If you just left them to it, didn't have to worry about their planet blowing up, they could achieve great things. And that's all proven with, you know, descendants, Goku, well, Gohan, Goten, Trunks, all that. They can go Super Saiyan much easier. It's all those kind of things. So, I get what you mean. In terms of an entertainment point of view, it is kind of confusing. But at this point, you just best not to really let it get to you too much. Bashirko, thank you very much. Hi, Oscar, do you remember me? Yeah, I do. I love your videos. I have 3 questions for you. Do you think Cell will come back after the Tournament of Power? I don't think so. If they were going to bring Cell back, it would have been now. But if they haven't done it now, I don't think they will. And also, do you think Goku will master Super Saiyan 3 after the 10 years time skip? I think they're all past Super Saiyan 3. And honestly, I think he's pretty much done. He's pretty much done as much with Super Saiyan 3 as he's going to do. You know, it's just going to be one of those things. It's not really worth time. And do you think GT could be retconned? Maybe, but I don't think they would get rid of GT. They wouldn't get rid of GT entirely because it makes money. It makes money in Dokkan Battle. It makes money in games like Dragon Ball Heroes, and it still makes money in syndication. So why get rid of it? It's a moneymaker. It's a smaller moneymaker than Z or Super, but it still pumps out money in some regard. Oh, quotes there. Thank you very much. What do you think of what Vegeta called Kale? Oh, I'm not quite sure. I'm just gonna get the episode up because I can't quite remember what he said. So I'm just gonna like check. So I'm playing back the episode right now. I must admit, when Kale, just let out some steam, it did remind me of a Titan. I'm thinking, oh my god, Kale's just evolved into a Titan. Yeah, that's something rather interesting. What is that sinister form? Okay. Alright. So basically, maybe Vegeta kind of got the vibe that he knew that it was some kind of malevolent form. I mean, if you think about it, a Saiyan's true form. Oh, okay. So what, like the legendary Super Saiyan? I mean, I don't know whether that. It's a good question, actually. That could be a translation error. It could be just pure evil or something like that. But it's a good point, though. We'll have to wait and see. But I mean, even then, Vegeta doesn't really know. Benjamin Handelman, thank you very much. Considering the history of Saiyans getting random power boosts, 4-year-old Gohan, Super Saiyan Goten, and Trunks at like 6, I find it hard to be upset about Caulifla and Kale. Well, yeah, that's the thing. I mean, we saw Kid Gohan, very Kid Gohan, get a power boost. Power boosts do happen, but in terms of the scale, they do increase over time. But it's just a case of evolution and whatnot. I think it's just best not to get your head too just to stress out too much about it. But you are quite right. We have had power boosts that have just come out of nowhere in the past. I imagine people thinking Gohan's power boosts were like either what the hell or what gives. Vimbuster, thank you very much. I love the Justice Whip, aka the Lasso of Truth, and I can't wait for the next episode for the Saiyan battling the Pride Troopers. Oh yeah, Vuon from the Pride Troopers with his Justice Whip of Justice. I did actually mention it, but I think it got cut from the review. So I was kind of realizing I was rambling in some places, so I ended up just kind of like just pacing myself in that regard. So unfortunately Vuon got cut out, and we didn't even see him actually go out, yeah, be eliminated. He just was out off screen, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, Chris, thank you very much. What about Kale only saying Goku, just like Broly, but with better motivation? Kept saying Kakarot every time she did, haha. Who would have proved Goku go tingly back, proved that Universe Super Saiyan transforms are different? Well, I think Goku, when Caulifla was going, hey, did you get that from the tingly back sensation? And Goku's like, something like that. As in, he's a bit weirded out and doesn't know what to say. So he's like, maybe? I don't know. So the way, I think the way that the Universe 6 Saiyans and Universe 7 Saiyans, you know, transform are different ways. It's different methods. So I would reckon that it's a different method, which I think is much more efficient for the Universe 6 Saiyans. If the Universe 7 Saiyans knew about it, then, you know, it's something, yeah, it's a bit of a turning point, actually. Abdullah Khan, who has the best DB villain voice, Chris Ayres or Damien Clark? Chris Ayres, I think. Damien Clark has that smarm to it. I like it. But I think Chris Ayres just wins it over for me because, you know, it's Chris Ayres. He does such a good Frieza. I mean, just as good as Martin Little Karibo as Frieza in DBZA. I mean, that's just beautiful. That's such an honor to play by. But yeah, Chris Ayres is definitely my favorite in that regard. Noam. The Ardrat never got eliminated too. We didn't witness him fall over the edge or on the god pad, so he is still in the game. That is very true. He might have survived, but honestly, I think that was there just for a comedic moment. It's like, say, because he's just going like, huh, you're not going to get me, are you? You're not going to get me. You can't damage me. Like that. So I would imagine that he is probably eliminated. That's my best guess. Because we saw how easily Kaba took out Murasame and Nigrishi from Universe 3. That was a surprise to me, because I thought Nigrishi would be a noticeable character from Universe 3, but apparently not. He was, yeah, he didn't even get a line. That was kind of weird. That was very weirded out. Maldito Alcaraz, where did I buy my glasses? Specsavers. Nowhere particularly special. They're just Specsavers. The Cinemax Brothers. Hey Masako, love your content. I have a question. Do you think that Frost will learn the golden form from Frieza? I don't think he would learn it. There's not that much time to be able to, you know, learn it on the fly. And even if, you know, they went through to the end of the tournament, who's to say that they would actually be surviving properly? So, I mean, maybe Frieza might tell Frost about it, but I doubt that he would have time to actually train, because it took Frieza rigorous training, and I don't think that Frost is that inclined to do that kind of stuff, so I think that might slip him by. Skippy, thank you very much. Masako, I'm the only one curious about Kale and Caulifla's backstory. I mean, Broly was triggered because Goku cried. Caulifla will hulk on anyone who even takes his sister's attention. I wonder why. Well, apparently Kale and Caulifla aren't sisters, so I think that's like a, I think that's a translation issue. And also, because remember, Simon and Kamina, he used to call Kamina Anaki, which is brother, which is more of kind of like an affectionate way of saying it. So I think that's what Kale is calling Caulifla in that regard. But yeah, I'm really interested to see how Kale and Caulifla met. And honestly, I think Kale's motivation to go Super Saiyan Berserk is a lot more justifiable than Broly's in the movie. Because, you know, she's got a reason. It's out of fear. It's out of fear of being alone. It's out of fear of being forgotten. and jealousy as well. It's fear and jealousy, and yeah, those are more compelling reasons to go berserk, you know. And it's such a character twist. So why not? I'm all for it, really. Kaiser Tavelis, hey Masako, sorry I'm late. Also, Son Goku. Yeah, people in the comments were like saying Goku, and yeah, I did notice that pronunciation differentiation. But yeah. Aditya Adi, yeah, I was sad that Krillin got eliminated. That was kind of unfair, really. It was a bit of a cheap shot because he was doing really well. He was doing really well. Frost comes in and just punts him on the head, and it's just like, oh man, really? You just feel a bit gypped because, you know, everyone was contributing, and honestly, I think Roshi will go the distance. I think Roshi will be in this for quite a bit. Like, he won't be eliminated easily because he's already got like two KOs in a way. Alex Wide, thank you very much. Do you think Hit and Jiren will face off? Oh, I don't think so, actually. I think personally Hit will be one of the people left in the Tournament of Power. He won't be eliminated, or at least I don't think he'll be eliminated in a while. So yeah, but I don't think they'll. I think Jiren is either gonna avoid confrontation and defend his allies, and then go after Goku. So I think that's what his motivation will be. He only put a stop to Kale because it was pretty much going to destroy everybody. So he was like, okay, that's enough of that. Dumaybe, 2, Goku for interrupting a Hit versus Jiren showdown. Yeah, that was kind of weird because Goku just went like, sup? And it was just a bit like, oh man, Goku, really? Not now. So yeah, guys, I totally get you. Let's see. David Malone. Evening, Masako. Do you think Goku held back versus Kale like in his fight versus Krillin? Episode 70, I think. Keep up the good work. I think that was episode 84, actually. And Goku was fighting Caulifla. I don't think he was fighting back because, you know, it's, Caulifla, they were both Super Saiyan 2. So I think Goku had the upper edge because he's more experienced at the transformation, and he's more experienced with martial arts. So, yeah, the powers are the same, but I think just in terms of the finesse, I think Goku has the edge on that one. Jesse Thomas, what do you think will trigger Goku's new transformation? It'll probably be something either to do with Gohan's transformation in a way, or I think some kind of adversity that will threaten everybody. So it's like out of desperation. So it might be a desperation tactic. Infinity, thank you very much. Why does everyone keep saying that Caulifla knocked out the guy from Yard Rat? If you rewatch it, he instant transmission last second and gets away. Alright. Okay, let's go and check it out. I am going to play that back right now. And just go and see what happens. Let's see. Okay, watching it right now. Okay, no one can detect where I am. Boom! Oh, okay. I actually, now that I look at it, okay, I'm looking at the video. Okay, he punts off. No, I don't think that's there is a specific kind of line art when you do instant transmission. No, don't worry. I didn't miss David Malone's question. I did David Malone's question. Yeah, I did. Now I got that. Yeah, the specific line is black. So basically, that was spin lines. So he was just spinning, like spiraling around, and he disappeared into the smoke. So, or dust or whatever. So that's what happened to him. But, you know, thanks for the clarification, dude. Heartless Fang, do you think Super Saiyan Rage and Kale's form are related? They both seem to stem from extreme emotions. Maybe Kale taps into that potential too deeply. Yeah, potentially. They might be related. Like, Super Saiyan Rage is kind of a precursor to Super Saiyan Berserk. So if you have that potential, you could probably just go straight there. But yeah. I definitely think that there's something going on there. Maybe Super Saiyan Rage... Oh, I know. Maybe Super Saiyan Rage is more like a morally just version. Like, if you're doing this out of justice and like positive and like, you know, passionate emotions, that's what you get. You go to Super Saiyan Rage, so you do have a bit more control. With Super Saiyan Berserk, it's out of despair and negative emotions and, you know, upsetness. So I think that's what it is. Otsis, Ethelbop, or probably Sixto. Yo, Masako, I just wanted to get this out there, but if people stop and think back to Goku Black Art, Goku used Kamehameha against Zamasu and damaged him. So are people implying Kale is stronger than Zamasu? I don't necessarily know, because people have actually been, and yeah, this similar goes to Christian Long. Kale walking through Super Saiyan Blue Kamehameha. What? Power levels of bullshit. Love you, Masako. People have actually been saying that Super Saiyan Blue is being nerfed and nerfed and nerfed, but at the same time, it might be all about ki control. Like, you can go into the Super Saiyan Blue transformation, but you can still hold back. It's like being in a regular form. You can hold back there. You can essentially just not use all your power in one go. So, Goku's got to be careful. He can't do a full power Kamehameha, because it might kill Kale and he'd be disqualified. So you gotta take that into consideration. You can't go all out in terms of like killing someone with an energy attack. So you gotta be careful. But yeah, so you have to think. Kale was out of control, and she could have killed people. And it was a miracle that she didn't. Yeah. Thank you, Broly. Where do I watch Dragon Ball Super? I watch it on Crunchyroll. And Crunchyroll is one of the best places to go and watch it. Do you think Super Saiyan Berserker grants you invulnerability? I don't think so, because Broly got damaged. It just makes you very, 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 very strong without the speed penalty. Matching greetings from Norway. Hello there. Life After Cave says Hit and Jiren know each other. Talk about that. Really? I hadn't really thought about that, actually. That's a good point. I'll have to look into that. I'll keep an eye on that one. BlazeRom. Hey, Masako. Happy I finally caught your stream. Well, good to have you here, mate. Anyway, they hyped so many characters for the tournament just for them to get knocked out quickly, like the Yard Rat. Maybe a normal tournament would have been better to give some backstory for everyone. Thoughts? Well, that's a good question. We did notice like 3 characters, Narirama, Nigrishi, and that Jizumi. Jimuzi, or something. The Yardratian, pretty much. Yeah, they were all hyped up to be doing something, and they basically were ousted. Maybe that was deliberate, though, because, you know, subversion. I think it might have been subversion and all that kind of stuff. So Toriyama does like to screw around with people. So you never know. It might have something to do with that. Cole Hart, thank you very much. Any thoughts on the whole true form of Super Saiyan line from Vegeta? Also, I made a DBZ-like series called Bouts of the Blind, if you may like. Well, cool, I'll give that a look at when I have some time off. The Super Saiyan line true form. Again, might be a bit ambiguous, because we don't know whether Vegeta knows more about the Super Saiyan transformation than Goku. It could be the legend, I don't really know. So, I think that's a bit inconclusive for now. But we'll keep an eye out on that line. Skippy again. Masako, what if by the end of it all the universes are merged? This is an idea I like to speculate about. Wondering your thoughts on it. Have no idea when that will leave the gods, though. Well, I'm guessing that could be a plan of the Grand Priest to just merge every single universe into one. Or something like that. Or if by the Super Dragon Balls, the Universe 7 win and they ask for every single universe to be merged into their universe. I mean, that could be interesting. So that kind of takes out the universe debacle, and maybe all the gods that weren't Whis might end up just being retired or something like that. Or maybe they just make the universe extra big or something. I don't really know. Maybe they all have to share power like they're a committee. I can imagine that, Toriyama making a committee of gods and angels, and they would just get nothing done. That sounds like something Toriyama would do. maybe the Xenoverse 3 team is going to have its hands full making a full new roster that includes all the Universe survival fighters. You know what? I don't think they would actually do that. I think they might use some of the more prominent characters. Like, they might use Ribrien. So you might see Ribrien. You'd see the Pride Troopers, or at least 4 of the Casserole, Jiren, Topo, Dispo. So you might see them. As for the others, I don't know. Maybe Napapa, because Napapa did quite a lot. You know, he was actually pretty effective and he was pretty cool. He's pretty much one of the only fighters from Universe 10 that don't annoy me. Like that Methiop guy, the not Zoidberg. That grossed me out. That grossed me out a lot. But you know, it got me emotionally invested. So I guess that's the main thing, I suppose. Cool, so how many people have we got here? Oh wow! We got almost 1,000 people here! Well, hello everyone! So, I'm MasakoX, member of Team 4-Star. I voice Goku and Gohan in it. If you wish to have a question guaranteed to be answered, you can leave a super chat, or you can go bit.ly/Party and you can get your question answered. And that will be guaranteed to be read. Black Noctis, like that. I really enjoyed the real moment Kale and Caulifla had. I never liked Broly, even as a kid, but Kale has a better outlook or something? But I get what you mean. Kale and Caulifla, that moment was really genuine. It felt like Caulifla was genuinely trying to encourage Kale, and I thought, like, okay, that's good. I think, yeah, I feel a lot better about you now. You're not just being a jerk. You are actually being a friend and a mentor. You're not just trying to exploit her power. Okay, maybe a little, but, you know, you care about her. Heartless fan, could Caulifla be a good role model for Pam later? Oh. Maybe. I mean, if they actually... I wouldn't be surprised if Bulma comes up with some kind of portal, which means that they could... that people in Universe 7 and Universe 6, they can go and, like, visit each other or something. And then Pan and Caulifla get to know one another. That'd be kind of cool. Oh, Kale and Pan playing. Oh, that'd be sweet. That'd be adorable. That'd be cool. I want fan art of that now. Because I think after all this, I think Caulifla and Goku will actually be quite close in that, you know, she will want to learn from Goku like Kaba wants to learn from Vegeta. You know, even though their personalities are kind of switched, I think Caulifla would be better with Vegeta and Kaba better with Goku. I just think it was just the way, you know, it's just the way it is, really. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Noam, who's my favorite god of destruction based on their bio and design? I actually kind of like... I really like, Vermood, because I think Vermood is like... He's the most level-headed and accomplished, god of destruction out there. Like, he's very respectful with his fighters. He seems to really know what he's doing. And he just basically is level-headed, unlike most of the gods. So, good on him. Good on him. I would say Vermood. Matt Thompson says the real question is, will Goku ever revive North Kai? Oh, yeah. Oh, how many times have we heard that? Honestly, I don't think we're ever going to see King Kai, like, revived. I think that's just going to be a, I think that's just going to be an ongoing joke. I think definitely. Oh, somebody says, will I do a cover of Fire Away, the 9th ending to Super? Well, it's in the works. Watch this space. Yeah, it will come out fairly soon. Kale going Berserker Grade 2 with more anger because Goku's still alive? I don't really know. I think probably Kale's job is done. We might see her go Super Saiyan Berserk one more time. And then she might get knocked out. That's what I personally think. The fact that she wasn't knocked out altogether right now means that her job isn't quite finished. She's going to be doing something. The Midnight Toker, thank you very much. Hey Masako, love your videos. Are you excited for the upcoming DBZA episodes with the Gohan vs Cell fight coming up? I personally can't wait. Oh, you bet. You bet. Those are going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, that's going to be good. Because, you know, Gohan actually getting to being quite intense and fighting, all that kind of stuff, will be a lot of fun. Because I don't think Gohan's really ever done that before. It'll be really exciting. I can't wait. Smagic Keenan, who's my favorite character in DB Super? I think that would definitely have to be Whis, because Whis is just amazing. He has a lot of fun, and he's got a great sense of humor. Definitely. Nightmare 47, do you think Frost is going to cheat? Oh, undoubtedly. I think Frost would do some kind of cheating, and something tells me that if he gets caught, he might shift the blame to Frieza, saying, "Oh, he manipulated me," or something like that. And then Frieza would go, "What the hell? What did you do to betray on me?" And it's like, "Oh, you should have known better. I am you, essentially." And he goes, "Oh yes, that sounds like something I would do." So it'd be kind of one of those things that, how could you? Oh yeah, you're kind of like me. Jacob Duran, thank you very much. How big do you think the power gap is between Goku and Jiren? Love your videos and keep up the good work. Well, thank you, buddy. I think what will be the case is that I think this transformation will be the thing that means that Goku can fight against Jiren, because I think Super Saiyan Blue and Jiren is going to be a bit of a challenge, and I think that's what we were meant to infer, because to the untrained eye, Super Saiyan Blue versus Kale could hold her own against it, and then Jiren bats Kale away like she's nothing. Yeah, that's meant to imply, oh shit, okay, Goku's not got much of a chance. So it's meant to throw in a bit of peril between Goku and Jiren, I think. I think I see what they did there. Sonic Anime Fan 1, first time commenting like this, but I have a curious question for you, Masako. Do you think Kale and Caulifla's relationship could be romantic? Too early to say. I think, honestly, Toriyama does not do romance very well. It's usually very schmaltzy, or it doesn't usually work out, so I think it's just going to be botched, or something like that. I don't think that anything is going to go from that. David Malone, will Piccolo teach Kale how to dodge? Well, I don't really know, really. But I think she could be a damn sight better than Gohan. I'm just saying. Let's see. Skippy says more Universe 6 Saiyans, please. Oh, yeah. I think we'll probably see more of the Saiyan words on Universe 6, definitely. Hey, Terraquake, I have noticed you. Z3 Link, thank you very much. Why do you like Jiren so much? He seems like a huge dick to me. Also, what do you think Frieza's endgame is? Well, okay, right off the bat, Frieza's endgame is to take over the universe and take over the realities, kill the Omni Kings and become the new ruler, or something like that. Or to take down the gods of destruction from within. Basically subverting and disrupting the status quo. That's definitely it, because that's what he likes to do. And Jiren, I like him so much because in a way he is a bit of a dick. Because he is monosyllabic, he is intense, he is just so confident, he's got a great booty, and he just exudes so much intensity and strength by barely doing anything or getting angry or anything like that. Usually the best villains are the ones that don't have to shout. I think that's the reason why I like Jiren so much. Yahav RX13, please answer my question. Do you think Gohan is going to be the last man standing with a new form, something like God Ultimate form? I definitely think Gohan's going to be one of the last men standing, because the way that they've been hyping up Gohan so much in this arc, it would be foolish to not have him towards the end. If they knocked him out early or halfway through the tournament, that would be a great disservice, and everybody would be thinking, well, what are they going to do with Gohan now? I mean, people would just be like, oh well. Colton Pierce, thank you very much. Do you think Goku and Vegeta will use the fusion dance, as it is not a weapon and the rule set techniques are allowed? Love your videos. Well, that's quite true. Yeah, the rules are essentially you can't kill, you can't fly, you can't use weapons, and you can't use outside assistance. So like, you know, healing items and stuff like that. I think you could use fusion, but I don't think Vegeta would resort to that. He's become so one-dimensional in this stint in the arc, I don't think you even see that happening. Black Noctis saying, can you say in your Goku voice, you like fighting? I like fighting, to Caulifla. Also, I'd love to hear Chala Head Chala cover from you one day. Well, you never know. Might keep that on the back burner. But thank you for your question, Black Noctis. Bashirko, thank you very much. Hey Masako, here's another 3 questions for you. Do you think Goku's attitude will change after the Tournament of Power? Maybe. Not quite sure, a bit inconclusive. Maybe he might be a bit more restless because if he comes out as the winner, he can't really find any more strong guys. Maybe he might do another Tournament of Power or something. Also, do you think the reason Cell didn't come back was because Toriyama didn't like Cell? Well, it is rumoured that Cell was very tough to draw, and I don't think animators would want to draw Cell too many times because of all those spots. Maybe that's the reason why they didn't bring him back. Will Frieza and Burst be the villains after this arc? Don't really know. They might ice Frieza some way, like incapacitate him, or use some kind of trick. Or maybe he might become the new big bad or something like that. Maybe he might ice Beerus, I don't know. Okay. Okay. Jason Miles, didn't Kale refer to Caulifla as her sister? Ah, okay, good question. Basically what that has to do is because Simon and Kamina in Gurren Lagann, Simon refers to Kamina as Aniki, which is brother, but they are not brothers, they're not related. So it's kind of almost like an affectionate way of saying friend, bro, sis, that kind of thing. So when you say bro or sis or dude, something like that. Gerardo Santana, thank you very much. Oi Masako, do you think Super Saiyan is being cheapened with how fast Universe 6 and Saiyans were able to transform quickly? Or is it because they were already at a sufficient power level to acquire Super Saiyan 1? I think that's the case. They were already at a sufficient power level because they were pretty strong already. That, and I think evolution has a way to play with it. Super Saiyan genetics, Universe 6 Saiyans are a lot more evolved than Universe 7 Saiyans just because there's a lot more peacetime. They could breed much quicker generations or something like that. So I just think that the Universe 6 Saiyans are far more developed than the Universe 7 ones. So in comparison, they are far more sophisticated and their powers are far more efficient. So I think that's the reason. So it's kind of, you can't really compare Universe 6 and 7 Saiyans. They are like apples to oranges almost. Or an apple to a slightly richer apple or something like that. Oh yay, we're over 1,000 views, 1,000 watches. Woo! Cool. Glad to see you all here. Cool. Alright. Nolan Ueno, should Gine and Bardock be in the show? Please answer. I don't really see that happening. I think even though Toriyama technically included Dragon Ball Minus, and that's technically canon in a way, I don't think they would include that. I think that's just, it's kind of been done and dusted. But then again, you never know. Toriyama might get lazy or something like that. He might just think, oh, yeah, that Dragon Ball Minus thing, let's just include that. So he might resort to that if he can't think of anything else. Carnage 232, I have noticed you. Why did not they choose Caulifla instead of Kaba in the Universe 7, Universe 6 tournament? Probably because Kaba was the only one that would be keen to do it. And probably, maybe because, okay. Kaba was the Saiyan Elite. And he was probably much more compliant and the strongest. So I think maybe Vardos observed this and just thought, oh, he'll do. I mean, this was just a casual thing. So I honestly think that it had something to do with that. And then it was up to Kaba to pick more people, and Caulifla was one of them. Let's see. Fusion Master, what's Dragon Ball Minus? Dragon Ball Minus is a prequel manga, a one-chapter special done by Akira Toriyama in 2014, which essentially retells the story about you know, how Goku escaped Planet Vegeta. So it changed quite a lot of things. Do look it up, it's definitely worth a read. Patrick Dunning, where do you think Zalama, the dragon god who created the Super Dragon Balls, stands in the divine hierarchy? I don't really know. He might come back. He might be just a complete legend or something like that. We don't really know. He's not been mentioned ever since Zuno mentioned him in episode 29 or 30. So he's not been mentioned since. I reckon it's probably just for that one-time thing. Axel Star Gamer, Masako, do you think Frieza will try and attack the gods and get erased? Potentially. He could do that. Or, honestly, I think Frieza will get himself disqualified because he'll break the rules on killing people. I think that's what he'll do. I honestly think he'll get so passionate and so invested in the fight, he'll get over eager and he'll end up killing someone without doing it. He'll go, oops, did I do that? Oopsie! And he gets disqualified and then he'll be just like, oh well, can't be helped, I suppose. And then he'll just get chewed out by Beerus and he'll be just like, oh, whatever. Mafumo Godfrey, who do I think is the scariest Dragon Ball character? Well, at the moment, probably Jiren, because we don't really know much about him, and he's just so much of a mystery. And I think mysterious characters lend themselves some kind of fear, because when we barely knew anything about Hit, he was quite scary. It's all about the fear of the unknown. Jamel Williams, hey Masako, who do you think Vegeta would be mad at Beerus for ordering the death of the Saiyans, when he can't be bothered to wish any of them back? I think Vegeta would be mad at Beerus because of the fact that he did not tell, and that for pretty much all his life, Vegeta thought it was Frieza that did the deed, and then to find out that it was Beerus all along, and that he was actually breaking bread and, you know, allowing this guy into his house. Yeah, I think that's going to cause a bit of a stink. I don't think Vegeta would let that slip. It's definitely going to be a bone of contention. Oh yeah, Blaze Rom, Hit is still he is still scary. He's just not as scary because we at least kind of have an idea that he's a lot more alive and we get his motivation in a way, and we might get more of a motivation, you know, as we go along. Luis Valenzuela, how many episodes is Super gonna have? Well, inconclusive really. I think pretty much it will carry on until Masako Nozawa dies, and I don't think that's going to be for a very long time. So I think we're good. Big Ass Paponery, will we ever get a Dragon Ball Super abridged? I don't think so, honestly. I think whatever we get is going to be like the super shorts, because 2-minute clips, you know, impulse thing, I think that'd be the more likely solution. Let's see. Matt, do you think Goku might lose to Jiren? It would shake things up. I imagine that he could actually have trouble against Jiren, but I think then he might get that transformation would then turn the tables. So it might be like, oh no, I can't fight Jiren, I'm gonna die. Whoop, transformation, oh look, I beat him. Lol. Skippy says, oh, I have another question, Masako. Do you think Frieza and Frost are just using each other and may try to hilariously betray one another, leading to both their ring outs? Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, of course. I definitely think that Frost is going to be kicked out by Frieza and be like, oh, sorry, you know, oh, change of plans. Or you know, he should have thought better or something like that. Oh yeah, no, undoubtedly. Either that, or Frost tries to betray Frieza. Frieza goes golden on him and goes like, tisk, 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 you shouldn't have done that. And then just kicks him out. So I definitely think that might be the case. It's going to be some kind of comedic conclusion because it's just going to be like one of those things. It'll be hilarious though, if that happened. Mellow Angst, would I do a video with Anime AJ? Well, I'd love to. I'd love to find a topic that would be really interesting that, you know, I could contribute to because he's way more into the animation than I am. Like, I don't think I could compete or contribute much. Do maybe favorite dinosaur that isn't direct, Tops, or Stego? Brachiosaurus. Freaking huge neck, really impressive. What does Goku like more, burgers or pizza? Pizza burgers. They are a thing. They are basically little burgers that are pizza tops. Simple as that. Also, am I interested in character development for any specific gods of destruction? I'd love to see more development with the mood and see what he's like on a day-to-day basis. That'd be pretty interesting. Martin Hedgehog. Masako, do you like dogs? I much prefer cats if I'm honest. But yeah, dogs are cute. Dogs are pretty cool. But I'm more of a cat person if I'm honest. Joshua Vihoen, can I do a video with the Karibo? We've done videos in the past. But you never know. We might end up doing something, a project in the future. Who's to say or who dares to dream? Heartless Fang again, do you think the Pride Troopers would recruit the Great Saiyan Man? I feel like Gohan would totally join up and be a great galactic hero. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if all is said and done and Goku makes peace with the Pride Troopers that Gohan goes to visit and gets inspiration from them. Or there'd be a moment in an episode like Ep 101 where you see them pose and Gohan just gets distracted and say, man, they're so cool. There'd be like an offhand line. Rudy Visser, hey Masako. Hey there, dude. All good? What are your thoughts about the new Dragon Ball fighting game? Dragon Ball Fighters? Oh, hell yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. That's gonna be... That looks awesome. I can't wait to get that in my life. Definitely. I really can't wait for that one. Legend Scott says, hey Goku, I moved your bacon stash. You monster! Marco Proshki, can Universe 6 Saiyans turn into a great ape? No, they can't, because they don't have tails. If they don't have tails, then therefore they would not be able to turn into great apes. So the answer is no. Skippy says, Great Saiyan Man Pride Trooper. That'd be kind of funny. Eric Pahala, could I start a Xenoverse 2 or 3 series? Well, I do have a Xenoverse 2 playthrough. You can find it on a playlist. Look for the Pod Patrol. It's definitely one of the playlists there. Tyler Knox. Kale for Dragon Ball Fighters. I don't think we'll see Kale there. I think, in terms of fighters, I think really we'll see Beerus. Maybe. Maybe we might see him in DLC, like Beerus and Whis. But honestly, I think the fighters roster is mainly going to be from people from Dragon Ball Z. Maybe some Super DLC, I don't really know. But I think they're going to try and keep it to the basic DBZ roster. So we might see 17 and 18. We might see Goten and Trunks, maybe. Or we might see them. We might see Deborah. But yeah, I think pretty much the roster that we'll get is pretty much anyone from Z. Hence the name Dragon Ball Fighters with the Z. Matt, with Universe 3 supposed leader being casually taken out by Kaba, do you think they will have anyone stand out and do a lot for that universe? I don't think he's a leader. I think that guy with the cane and the jacket, I think he's the leader. But I think one of the main fighters was Nigirishi. But yeah, that was kind of weird. Nega Bardock, hey man, haven't seen you in a while. Are you excited for Dragon Ball Fighters? Again, you bet I am. Who do you want to see in it? And please follow me on Twitter. Yeah, don't worry, I'll see you on there. But yeah, Dragon Ball Fighters, definitely, no doubt. No doubt that is going to be a hell of a good game. Liquid Badger says, special leaks, Goku will win with the powers of the muffin button. Dude, spoilers, jeez. GP Damon, Golden Freezer is the only super thing I expect. We actually do have that. I think that is a transformation that Frieza can do. It's like a temporary transformation. And technically that does count because Resurrection F was a Dragon Ball Z movie. So that technically counts. Skippy, okay, how about when all is said and done, Caulifla reaches blue training under Vardos, as Goku and Vegeta did with Whis. Thoughts? Also, love you, MasakoX, since I have extra characters, lol. Well, I think probably if Caulifla and Kaba went Super Saiyan Blue, Vardos would be the one to teach them. I don't want Goku or Vegeta training them. I want it to be something that their own gods teach them. Like, that's the way you do it, and that's the only way you can do it. Rudy Vissa, another small question. Why don't Trunks and Bra have a tail? I've never seen them with one. I always wondered about that. Well, Trunks probably had his tail removed at birth, and I imagine Bra, because I don't think we've seen her. I think we only saw it in the blanket, and when then she was removed, they probably removed the tail. Maybe something like that. Maybe genetics or something like that. I don't really know. We can't be too sure. Black Noctis. I have Parter, Puddin, and Dumpling mods in Xenoverse 2. I appreciate Parter because he reminds me of my character Daikon, who's from a parallel Universe 7. Oh really? I didn't know there was a Parter mod. Oh, that's cool. Awesome. But yeah, glad to see your appreciation for the Parter Patrol, man. King Mura. I'm very sorry to ask this during your Dragon Ball Curate, but I have been wondering for a while. How did LK approach you about his Naruto's Boost series? Well, he didn't necessarily approach me, he just did it. And it was so hilarious, I just went like, yeah, sure, go and do it. Go to it, sir. I know you will do a good job. Bashir Ko, hi again, MasakoX. I have another 3 questions for you. What is your favorite DB character? Because last time you said it's between Goku and Whis. Oof. I definitely would say it has to be Whis. Okay, yeah. Whis probably clinches it, just because he's not really done much to make me angry at him. Maybe that's like that. If I meet Toriyama, what will you ask him? Don't really know, maybe I'll just ask him, are you having a good day? Something like that, because what kind of question could you ask him that he's not already had? Ask him something that he's not been asked before, or something a bit more considerate. So just go, you know, are you having a good day, mate? I think I'll keep it quite nice and simple. Goku XV Challenge say, yeah, MasakoX, I hate being a broken record, but I've got to know. Will Team 4 Star ever plan to eradicate the Saiyans? Maybe. I think maybe. And Bashika's Goku versus Piccolo. Well, it'd be Goku, really. I think Piccolo would just go like, oh, what's the point of fighting Goku? You know you're going to win. He goes like, well, I know. Just kind of want to do it anyway. But yeah, we've got less than 10 minutes now, so I think we'll wrap things up shortly. Let's see. Tyler Knox. Will Goku ever play video games with Vegeta? No comment. Noah Zimmer. On a scale of 1 to gorgeous, how great is Jiren's butt? Glorious. As I said, glorious space alien booty. So, yeah, that would definitely have to be the rating. Okay, Raymond Neal. What will happen to the Super Dragon Balls if Universe 6 is eliminated? Thoughts? Well, actually, they've gathered the Super Dragon Balls already, because, that's the prize for the best fighter. So I think they've probably gathered the Super Dragon Balls, and they have them in their possession. So whenever that happens, you know, we'll get a good, yeah, that will happen. So they'll be safe if Universe 6 is eliminated, or Universe 7. So that's fine, don't worry about that. Mellow Eggs, do I like coconut water? Oh yeah, I love the stuff, especially with ice. Fact 121, what if Frieza does a face turn? So, what, like say that he might be a good guy or something like that? If he did, I think that would be going against his character, and I don't think people would appreciate it. So I think it would be a bit of a negative move. Alright. Okay, you got about 5 minutes to go, so I think we'll do 3 more questions, I think. Ziv Morgan, Dragon Ball episodes, 20% opening, 5% recap, 15% end song, 30% standing looking at the sky, 20% what happened last episode, 5% preview, 5% new content. Also, are you going to show us the episode? Well, no. Streaming on YouTube, a Dragon Ball Super episode? No way. I don't want to lose my channel. Beast J, if you could create an arc, what would it be about? Goku and Vegeta going to Universe 6's Saiyan planet and Sarada and visiting the Saiyan elites there. I'd just love to see that. Goku and Vegeta going to Universe 6 to meet the Saiyans. That would be fantastic. Alex Pasquale, which character do you want more screen time for? I kind of want Piccolo to have some more screen time because I feel like he's one of those level-headed characters that deserves more kind of, you know, kudos. He's done a lot for the series, and he's just such a level-headed and mellow character. I want to see more of him. Detail. Nigrishi, the strongest warrior in Universe 3. I think he must admit I think they did say that Nigrishi was one of the strongest. Oh god. That'd be kind of cruel if that was the case. Oh dear. Skippy, thank you again. You are doing this for Yahav RX13 who mentioned, as I wonder myself, Grand Priest potential big bad villain or no? I wondered this myself. I think that's the Grand Priest will be doing something and that his motives are suspicious. But until him being the big bad, I don't think he'd be the big bad. He might be more malevolent than you might think, but I think that there might be somebody else. Who? I don't know. Just pure speculation. But at the moment, there's enough to make you think to the Grand Priest, I'm going to keep my eye on you. Beast J says, good old Uncle Piccolo. Detail says, turn into a Super Saiyan. Sorry man, I can't, my back's not tingly enough. James Dudek, what do you think is the coolest looking transformation in Dragon Ball as a whole? Super Saiyan 2. Super Saiyan 2 is definitely a very, very good transformation. It looks so intense. The sparks, the hair, and just the look. Super Saiyan 2 Gohan is probably one of the most evil looking Super Saiyans there is. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty wild, that's for sure. Alright, I think we've got time for one more question, be that super chat or a regular question. Axel Star Gamer, please answer Masako. If the angels turn on the gods, do you think Whis will have grown fond of Universe 7 and stayed with them? At the moment it doesn't look like that, look like it. But I think, knowing Toriyama, if Whis did get sentimental for Universe 7, it would have something to do with the food. Like, he would be like saying, I don't want them to die because I want all that food. That food is just too good. So yeah, it'd be something that surreal, just weird. It wouldn't be anything that sentimental. It's just going to be something comedic, because that's just how Toriyama and Toyotaro operate. Okay, that was a relatively quick question, so we'll pick one more. Okay. Let's see. Just waiting for something. Eric Falcon. Okay, you got a good question. Do you think Jiren is a representation of Superman, like how Kale represents Broly? I don't really know, actually. Potentially. But realistically, I think Superman's just a lot more kindly, whereas I think Jiren is just a really jaded person. I don't really know. We don't really know much about him. But until then, it's inconclusive. But, you know, it's worth holding on to. Two more things. Peachy Sakura 24. Do you think if Universe 6 and 7 make it out of this, will Goku teach Universe 6 Saiyan fusion? Potentially. Maybe, if they actually get to know each other and they don't want to kill one another. Bashirko, what is your fight in Dragon Ball? Mine is Goku and oh, my favourite. Goku versus Piccolo. And also, what is your favourite sage in Dragon Ball? Do you think Yamcha will date Bulma's sister if they ever meet? I don't really see that happening. Yamcha in tights? Nah. My favourite fight? I have to admit, it's probably Goku and Pikkon. That was a good fight. My favourite sage? Well, you got to admit Roshi, really. He's a classic. Anyway, I think we're going to wrap things up for tonight. Thank you all for coming so early. You know, just a little bit earlier than usual. I think this might make things a little bit more peppy. So I think we might move the streams to around this time in future. So if that's whether okay. So this will do really well for you. But yeah. Mellowwank says, where are these live streams kept? They are archived here. So if you want to catch up, they will be made live shortly on this channel. So you'll be able to keep up with that. But yeah. Anyway. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. And I will be back tomorrow with a discussion video. And next week we will continue with the Dragon Ball Fusion Let's Play. Anyway. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you have a great evening or night or whatever. But until next time, guys, catch you later and have a good night.